When the world is on your shoulder, gotta straighten up your acting, boogie down. If you can't hang with the villain, then there ain't no room for you in this part of town. Tonight,
tired of people not saying what it is. I'll say what it is. I'm tired of turning on the second tier cable channels and seeing another documentary about who killed Tupac or Biggie Smalls. I'ma keep it 100. I don't give a fuck who killed Tupac or Biggie Smalls. Every documentary is the same thing. Same thing. Yeah, Puff Daddy ain't the angel we thought he was, and Suge Knight did everything. Look, man, find some new information. I'm gonna start a petition and I'm gonna start a collection plate, and we're gonna dig up the bodies of Pac and Big, and we're gonna put microphones to their faces and ask them who killed them, nigga. And they gonna tell you, I don't know. I respect their memories, but I don't give a fuck who killed neither one of them niggas. It ain't changing my life. Why are we still concerned about these niggas, man? Somebody gotta say what it is. I'm gonna say what it is.
There's no place for the middle car to go. The middle car is blocked in by the lead car, is blocked in by the car to the left, and is finally blocked in by the right car, which appears to be the shooter in this incident.
Let's take a critical look at Tupac's BMW. Now keep your mind on the car in front. Allegedly 12 or 13 shots were fired. The only way this scenario could happen without hitting another car is if they approach the red light, put the car in park. But who puts the car in park at the red light? The natural human instinct is to get out of harm's way. If the car wasn't in park at the red light, shots fired would have caused Tupac's BMW to hit other cars in front or nearby. It is virtually impossible to dodge all shots while keeping your foot on the brakes, at the same time pulling Tupac down to protect him. Here are some photos of the car from the night of the shooting. This proves there was no car damage from traffic to the vehicle. If the car wasn't in park at the red light, once the shooting started, Mr. Knight's foot would have naturally moved off the brakes to escape gunfire, which would have caused a BMW to accelerate forward.
Pulled up at this light, and so another vehicle actually pulled up right next to them, shot at that woman's car. Now that woman in the car slammed on her gas.
A black car pulled up and started shooting. Crashes into a pillar when a suspect opened fire, several bullets striking the family's truck.
While doing this analysis, I contacted one of the connected Tupac YouTube channels. I wanted to get his opinion on this simple logic. I asked about the brakes, and his reply was, that BMW was a manual transmission, so he would have to put it in neutral. But that being said, I decided to double check. Going back to the real photos of the BMW, we can clearly see the car is automatic. And just as I suspected, like all other YouTube accounts connected to the Tupac case, they gave an excuse. So the YouTube channel that claims to know the details, and also create documentaries, blatantly lied to cover the fact that the shooting reported could not have happened the way it's described by media and participants involved. Also notice during the shooting, all cars stayed in place until the shooter finished. Afterwards, the cars in front of the BMW drove off, allowing Tupac's BMW to make that U-turn. Now ask yourself, does this sound like a real event? we see Orlando Anderson casually walking in the food court. Note that the timestamp translates to 8:48 p.m. Also notice the very large crowd. Now it's 8:49 p.m. How did Orlando Anderson get to this section in a matter of seconds? And where is that large crowd? The number 7 means perfection and completion. This is why the camera used to capture the staged event was number 7. The Tupac show was over. Looking over the footage, we can see the venue is packed. The Tyson vs. Sheldon fight was over about 8:25 p.m. As the camera pans around, we get a glimpse of the outside area. Mike Tyson at the time was the biggest boxer in the world. This shot was taken around 8:54 p.m. The fight was over, so we should see a large crowd. Pretty empty for a Tyson fight. This also reminds me of what the commentators said during the fight.
Fans afterwards are yelling, fix, Mike. How do you feel standing in the ring here?
Well, listen, what kind of, do you think Mike Tyson's gonna fix a fight?
I guess the question is, how do the fans react? Because they're the ones that are paying, and there weren't even that many fans here tonight.
I find it very interesting, he says, they weren't that many fans here tonight. And for Mike Tyson in the 90s, this is unheard of.
And there weren't even that many fans here tonight.
We can also get a glimpse of the audience as Bruce Sheldon walks in the ring. Pay attention to the background. And of course it's a fixed fight. Just like most of Mike Tyson fights, it's all set up for Tyson to win. But I will be doing a chapter on that later. Another thing we find strange is the amount of news coverage and celebrities present for the previous Tyson fight, but in the September 7th fight, there's very little media coverage, celebrities and home videos from fans attending the event.
And there ain't no one who's gonna put you down.
They're doing things to intentionally throw us off and start conspiracy theories. My theory is that the Tupac shooting was possibly filmed at another time, and not September 7th. I can say this for a fact because of the alleged last picture of Tupac. We spotted an impossibility within the photo taken by Leonard Jefferson. The photo on the right is said to be of Tupac inside the MGM Grand on September 7th. Mike Tyson vs. Sheldon started around 8 p.m., so this photo was taken anywhere from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Notice the end of his mustache. As we look at the photo on the left, it's said to be a few seconds before the shooting. Look at the mustache. It is longer. This is impossible. No one can grow a mustache longer in a span of 2 hours or less. So that leaves one option. They are lying about the photos. Friends and family of Tupac claims the BMW picture was photoshopped. Leonard Jefferson claims the picture isn't, and gives no explanation on why the mustache appears to be different.
This right here, can you see this?
Yeah. And before you get into that, Huggy, I can't answer to that, sir. So, I
understand. You can't answer for that photo, but this is your photo. And
yes, sir.
And in your photo, if you want to, can you pick up your photo so we can make sure this is not no conspiracy thing here? We want to know if that same photo that we see here is the same face that we get out of your photo. Just want to make sure we on the same page here with this photo. All right, so we all on the same page, correct? All right. Now, this was previously before he got in this vehicle and you took this photo. Why is this mustache longer than this photo from earlier that night?
As I said to you, Huggy, I cannot get into that. I don't know anything about the mustache theory. That's something I just started hearing, I don't know, about 6-7 months ago. So I don't know. I can't answer to that. I can't answer that. All I can answer to is that I took the picture. That's all I can answer is that I took the picture.
Okay, now if you don't mind,
mustaches and all that.
Okay, understandable. Now, my thing is this: I want to say, can you agree to me on one thing? In your photo, this mustache is past his bottom lip. Is that correct?
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. And in this photo, which is not propaganda, and there's multiple photos like this one where he has the euthanasia chain on. He got the orange Versace shirt, and etc.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, you might not have to answer this, but I'm just going to ask you a personal question. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you agree that this mustache is longer than that mustache from earlier that night?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now, I just remember you saying, "Oh, this is this ridiculous. Y'all are questioning it," and I didn't have no problem with you saying. No. I don't have no problem with you saying that. My thing is that you tried to clown us for what we're saying, and you just answered it.
What do you mean?
Not saying. No, you were talking about how people were conspiracy theorists on the mustache picture.
Yeah, because you're asking me about a mustache. I mean, it's obvious.
What's going on here is that people are starting to notice that in this photo, which is supposed to be the last photo, this mustache couldn't have possibly grew in the last one.
But you know what you need to do? You need to get with the person that took that other picture and ask them that same question.
Absolutely, I agree with you. You're right.
So that's I can't. Yes.
Now, can I say something? Somebody in the room said it doesn't look longer. One might turn down while the other one is more straight up. Okay, I'm gonna ask you again because you answered this. Now, this is something that this had nothing to do with my opinion. You said that this photo, his mustache is longer than this photo. Is that correct?
Hold on. All right, repeat your question.
All right, this mustache is longer than this mustache, correct?
Yeah, I can't see, but yeah, it looks a little different.
All right, now that's all I wanted to know. I'm not into the whole trying to, bug you about it. I just want you to just know that that's what I see, and I think many people that ran across this clearly see that. Okay, we need to find out who took that photo. I agree with you.
That's what you need to do. That's what needs to happen. So
No one wants to give a real explanation for the mustache. It's a sloppy investigation made for TV, with conflicting stories and inconsistencies, such as this.
We were directly behind Suge and Pac.
And these gals are in one car, and they turn and talk to them.
The convoy hits a red light at the corner of Flamingo and Koval. Two cars stop in front of the vehicle carrying Suge and Tupac. Tupac's bodyguard pulls up directly behind. With Suge and Tupac focused on the women on their left, they don't notice the late model Cadillac pulling up on their right.
The girls decide to get out of the caravan to go to the club ahead of them. They come to a stop just in front and to the right of Suge's car.
With Suge and Tupac focused on the women on their left, they don't notice the late model Cadillac pulling up on their right.
They come to a stop just in front and to the right of Suge's car.
Focused on the women on their left.
Up just in front and to the right of Suge's car.
Or the women on the right or left. We don't know, they changed the story to fit the documentary being produced. No one questions it. Also notice they chose a black and white car. This represents duality.
About 11:17.
Tupac was allegedly shot 11:17 p.m. Why that number? Let's multiply 11 and 17. It equals 187. The California Penal Code 187 is defined as the unlawful killing of a human being. Everything is coded.
I'll say that our homicide detectives during their investigation, they're quite busy now.
I'll say that our homicide detectives during their investigation, they're quite busy now.
Homicide is doing its investigation. That's strange, because homicide comes when there's a murder. So far Tupac was alive.
Wounds are life-threatening, but serious, not in critical condition at this time. Say that our wounds are life-threatening, but serious, not in critical condition at this time. Say that our homicide detectives during their investigation, they're quite busy now.
But so many inconsistencies, I started to wonder if Tupac was really an open case. Let's see. (1990 through 1999). This is the start of 1996. November 96, and July 1996. He's not listed as an open case, no need to wonder why. It was pre-planned, premeditated and pre-plotted. Tupac was never shot, it was all acting and all assisted with the help of crisis actors and a Hollywood production team. Tupac was not just a rapper, he was an actor, an artist, a performer. We must not forget. No blood, no burial, no funeral, no eyewitnesses, no footage, no body, no arrests, fake autopsy, fake death certificate, fake news, actors. All fake.
When the world is on your shoulder, gotta straighten up your act and boogie down.
This Michael Jackson song is fire. Actually, the link is in the description.
Tonight, gotta leave the 9 to 5 up on the show. Let the madness and the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all.